Hello, I'm Chelsea Hetherington with Kingsgate Insurance, here with Adam with Rain and Hail. Today we're going to talk about margin protection. And my first question is, Adam, could you walk me through the grain and input price discovery phases?
Yeah, so for margin protection, what we're trying to accomplish is to ensure the projected revenue for each respective crop on the board, and then because it's a margin product, we're going to subtract out the costs. So to figure out our projected revenues, we're going to look at December 2023 corn futures and average the daily settlement price from August 15th to September 14th. Then we'll do the same thing with soybeans, looking at the November soybean futures contract in 2023, average those from August 15th to September 14th. And then we also look at input prices during that same time period. So August 15th, September 14th, looking at the May contracts for DAP, urea, potash, and diesel fuel. Those are going to be averaged again from August 15th to September 14th, and then they'll be discovered again in the spring. And then interest rates are also looking at the Fed rate for the November month for that. So with margin protection, you're trying to ensure a margin for your value of your crop, and that's how we arrive there.
What different coverage levels are available?
So there's a wide range of coverage levels available for each grower, ranging from 70 to 95%. And then along with that coverage level, you also select a protection factor, which is kind of like electing a percentage of price. The coverage level is where you're going to trigger a loss for your policy, and then the protection factor is going to determine how much that loss pays out.
If a farmer decides to purchase margin protection for the 23 crop year, does it automatically renew in 2024?
Yeah, so the sales closing date for margin protection is September 30th of the calendar year prior to the year you're growing the crop. So for 2023, you're buying margin protection on September 30th of 2022, and it's a continuous policy. So it will renew every year until you cancel it.
So next we're going to talk about the volatility factor. Adam, what determines the volatility factor, and how does it impact the final premium?
Yeah, so the volatility factor is basically measuring the movement in the market. And RMA, when they're tracking the projected prices for margin protection, they're tracking that movement in the market. Typically it's the last 5 days of the discovery period. Volatility really impacts the premium for the policy, because what you're looking at is how volatile things are, and the more volatile things are, the more likely there is to be an indemnity than in the fall. So the higher the volatility that you have, the more premium you're going to pay, but you also have a higher likelihood of an indemnity due to a price movement.
So Adam, what can you tell us about subsidies?
So margin protection is a federally subsidized product. The government's going to kick in a portion of the premium depending on the coverage level that the grower elects. So subsidies range from 59 down to 44%. Basically, the higher the coverage level that you purchase, the lower the subsidy percentage you get. The other piece of that is if you buy an underlying policy with the margin protection plan, so you buy revenue protection or yield protection, you also get a discount on your premium for the margin protection.
Adam, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today about margin protection. In closing, who do you think could benefit the most from having a margin protection policy?
I think margin protection is a product that really could fit just about anybody, any grower, but there's different reasons why somebody would purchase a margin protection policy. Typically, I think the general knowledge would say that somebody who their yields are typically better than the county yields. But it really depends on why you're purchasing the product. I think it's a good tool to help you market your grain. It's also a good tool to help you make decisions in general for your farming operation. So with those in mind, I really think there's a fit for just about everybody.